Hello there everybody, my name is Katathi and welcome back to another E3 recap there. This time for Devolver Digital. They're very brief, but interesting little conference there that they had for E3. Once again, this is a recap that's just showing things that stood out here to me compared to not like an entire recap of the entire stream itself or the conference itself. So if you're looking for that, not going to be the best here. However, I will say that if you're looking for just, you know, stuff to maybe look out for that they talked about, this is probably the place. Though to be fair, because of how brief theirs were, yeah, this might be in just entire recap of the stream. So let's just jump right into it. This is actually going to be a lot more like kind of structured there compared to, once again, the Microsoft conference. The Bethesda one did have like a bit of like layers to it here, but this one's going to be very like straightforward, primarily because of how short it was. First off, they did announce something called Fall Guys after a guy got his throat ripped out. It was very colorful. I recommend watching it because it's intense. It's crazy. It's like a drug trip. Meh. But Fall Guys seems interesting because it takes the battle royale genre that you got Fortnite, Apex Legends, now you have Tetris 99 too. Fallout 76 now just got announced with it, like I said previously. With Fall Guys, it's more like Mario Party games. You have these little like creatures that are just doing Mario Party games, like the bookworm one, where it's like hits the they have to go through the pages and whatnot. And if they die, then they're out for good. But if you keep winning the games, you keep moving forward. At least that's what I got the impression of, and that just seems super, super cool to me. Like it's a battle royale Mario Party, which I was hoping that somebody would make this. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, please make this, because that would be cool, just seeing how much you could win and beat at the others. Like kind of like as like a bracket sort of thing, and just goes like 3 and then 2 and then 2, like kind of like bracket based. But this one seems like it's all or nothing, which is very, very interesting. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this one plays out. I think it's actually one to keep an eye out for. The next one that they actually announced after, well, you know, marketing guy was just kind of talking, being weird, was this Devolver bootleg. There's not too much to say about it. I'm intrigued, but like I'm morbidly curious, because they took some of their own games and other games and just made bootlegs of them and are just kind of selling them as an entire package. It's crazy. It's very crazy, not gonna lie. But I think it could be good. Maybe? I don't know. Once again, they talked about a few games. There's one game I really won't talk about there because it did not appeal to me. But this one is also kind of teetering on like maybe it might be good, or maybe it's just like we're gonna be funny. So now with boring marketing dude now killed by a tentacle and turned into a carrion beast, let's talk about Carrion. That game seems actually really, really interesting. It's like Dead Cells or in Binding of Isaac, but you're like a carrion, like fleshy beast that is just devouring the human race. I'm imagining there's probably like some sort of like eating this specific person gives you this sort of power sort of system in play, maybe, as well as there's probably a lot of exploration, and then that the carrion beast does have some sort of weaknesses, because right now it seems like it's just devouring everything, and some things like shooting with bullets is not going to do much. But there might be like chainsaws or something that actually does damage. I don't know. It seems weird if it's like an unkillable beast, just destroying everything, if it's like just a destruction simulator. Maybe might not be the best, but from what they were showing, it seems like there might be some enemies or some sort of like platforming that has to be done, and there probably are some upgrades there to make your carrion beast even stronger. I definitely think like it's going to be one to look out for there. It does look very, very cool, all things considered. Now, going away from just the traditional like going on to Steam or something else to do the to get all your games, if you have a lot of money, you can buy Enter the Gungeon, Gun of the Dead, or let me make sure I have this, House of the Gungeon. House of the Gungeon. There we go. Just kind of like probably off my brain there. I was like, what is the thing? But yeah, House of the Gungeon. An arcade cabinet, so like for arcades everywhere. As somebody who used to like fix arcade games there and test them out and whatnot, seems like a very, very solid cabinet there to have. As far as what it goes, like calibrating and fixing it, seems like calibration is probably going to be very easy to do. I was trying to like keep an eye out. Funny enough, I wasn't too focused on the gameplay itself, because it seems like very simple, you know, point, shoot, and then hit the targets, move left or right, and go on so on and so forth. You have his height, health meter. Thinking of like the mechanics itself, it seems like calibration probably would be very easy. I was trying to see if like where the sensor might be, if there's like like where everything would be pointed there, if it's gonna be light based or like how it would react to the screen. Didn't see a sensor right off the bat there, and I rewatched it just to kind of get an idea, but once again, it is an arcade cabinet there, and I'm not able to see too much there. I can't give you like this is Kit's in-depth look at this arcade cabinet. Here's the sensor. Here's how this works. Here, like I'd have to see the arcade cabinet itself in action to kind of get a better idea of how it would work and how like it probably punishes the player for being really, really good. But based on Devolver Digital's like reputation as it was, I don't think this is going to be one of those arcade cabinets that punishes you for being good. If you've ever been to an arcade, just to explain what I'm talking about, arcades have a thing where to get more of your tokens, to make sure you spend a lot more, you have to, if you're really good at a game, enemies will start doing insane amounts of damage to the point it can one-shot you. It's a setting that you can put in the arcade cabinet itself. Now, with Enter the Gungeon or House of the Gungeon, I don't foresee that being a case because Enter the Gungeon already has a huge difficulty spike based on like how limited like the health is in just the base game itself. I played a little bit of the base game, so my memory's a little foggy, but that's just from what I remember. So I don't think it's going to have that sort of system of you're really, really good, one bullet's going to kill you immediately. I think it's going to be very, very concrete, but the enemies themselves could increase. If they were to have a heightened difficulty portion, it probably would be in the way of enemies doing 2 hits of damage, but they're like basic enemies, like if you're doing really, really well. That might be a good way to get E-tokens, but I can't say for sure without testing it out myself. But if once it gets to arcades, honestly, I definitely will test it out here and maybe even like make a video just kind of explaining it. Because I'm somebody who really likes arcade cabinets. After working with them for a year, I find them fascinating and fun to work with. Last thing I want to talk about, and yes, there actually are 2 other games, 2 or 3, but there was only one that really caught my eye that I was really interested to see, which was the Messenger Picnic Panic, where it kind of goes back and forth between like the regular ninja and the Messenger and like a really good like shinobi ninja, I guess is what you can say. Messenger seems like a really fun game all in all. I keep getting recommended constantly, especially as somebody who also likes Shovel Knight. I think Picnic Panic is going to be a good expansion to it. There's not too much to say about it because the Messenger is really good as it is from what I hear. So, I mean, if you have the Messenger, it's a free expansion. Like, go get it. Go get it once it's out. It might be out right now. I once again don't look at the dates of when they come out. So, hey, check it out. I guess it also would be kind of, since it was such a small conference, to at least give some mention to my friend Pedro. I know, like, with how everything was going in that stream, with everything being glitchy and being crazy, and like kind of like a psychedelic, like, acid trip sort of a conference, it seemed crazy, but it was honestly the trailer that left a lot to be desired. But I will say, the reason why I'm also bringing it up and why I was kind of conflicted whether I should talk about this or not is the chat. Because the chat on stream, while, like, because I was watching, of course, the whole one on Twitch, the chat was, like, insane. Like, constantly saying, it's Pedro, oh my gosh, it's my friend Pedro. Like, it seemed very simplistic, so there might be a lot more to this that I do not understand on what it could be. I didn't, once again, do too much research, just kind of going over everything. But I don't know, a lot of people seem really excited for this game. I don't know if I am, but based on the chat, like, just constantly being super excited for it, even before it was announced that was my friend Pedro, honestly, there might be something to it that I just am not seeing right off the bat there. But tell me what you guys think. And then, I mean, the ending was, you know, it's like kind of a weird robot sort of ending and kind of left it open to interpretation, I guess. I stopped pretty much right after, like, there could be more after this. Like, this video is short as it is compared to, like, Bethesda and Microsoft, primarily because it seemed very short. They had a few games to really announce. There could be more. You might be able to see out there if there is more. I was doing some research after the fact, wasn't able to find out that there was more afterwards. It just seemed like it was like 15 minutes and then done, 15-20 minutes or so. So there could be more. They might be announcing more later at a different booth. I would not be surprised if they do announce, like, say, something at Nintendo's or like maybe in conjunction with Square Enix. Who knows? We'll see in the future. But other than that, as far as Devolver Digital goes, they did a very good conference, and it was crazy. Probably going to be the most memorable one. Very memorable. Very, very memorable and very crazy, but it seems like there might be more that they're announcing, and I'm going to be keeping an eye out to see what it is. But overall, I'd say that Fall Guys is probably the biggest one that I'm looking for, as well as the Messenger Pick and Panic. If I had to choose two that I'm like super excited for, the reason I'm saying House of the Gungeon though is because it's an arcade cabinet, and listen, I'm not gonna buy an arcade cabinet. I'm not that wealthy, but I will test it out and play it, and at least let you guys know maybe. So we'll see. Anyway, that's gonna be it for the Devolver Digital conference recap there for E3 2019. Join me next time where, actually I haven't seen the schedule there for tomorrow, not gonna lie, while this is being recorded. But for Monday, there's gonna be, I believe, 3 or 4 conferences that are gonna be discussed. When it comes to those conferences, you'll probably be getting my reactions on Tuesday because I unfortunately work during the conferences, so I'm gonna have to watch them all back to back Monday right when I get home. And then I'm going to have to like talk and edit them on Tuesday morning and get them all out. Then we do the Nintendo one on Tuesday, and then that will be out as well. So fortunately, you might not see much on Monday from me, but you'll see a lot on Tuesday, just letting you know. Anyway, with that though, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the recap once again. Comment what you thought down below of what you thought was your favorite game out of the Devolver Digital one, what you thought was your least favorite. Explain why. I love to have those conversations in the comments there with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening. My name's Katapi, and I'll see you guys next time for what's next to come. See you guys later. Peace.